So what you're going to do now is you're going... Oh my god. I really hope that was not a mosquito. I'm gonna flip my shit. Let's study. Hello, long time no see. So for today's video, I figured I'd just sit down and do a little study Japanese with me. I've never done this type of video before, so we'll see how it goes. What I'm going to be studying today is vocabulary. I'm going to be using this book. This is the Shin Kanzen Master N3 vocabulary book. And what I'm going to do is, for this video, I'm going to go through the entire first lesson. And what I'm also going to do is tell you guys about how I learn and memorize kanji. So if you don't know, kanji is the Chinese character writing part of the Japanese language system. And what I'm going to be sharing today is not only what I've learned from learning Japanese, but also from learning Chinese, because I've been learning that my whole life. And since Chinese is basically all kanji characters and memorizations, I have a little more experience than my 1 year of learning Japanese when memorizing kanji. Our drink of choice today is rooibos tea. I've been trying to quit coffee ever since school ended, and it kind of sucks, but rooibos has this kind of like nice flavor that almost replaces coffee, but not quite. But I'm trying my best because when I drink coffee, it's just not good for my sleep cycle. Okay. I'm just gonna listen to some music. Sorry, my boss just texted me. So what I was saying was, if you want to listen to music with lyrics, I suggest you pick songs that are in a different language to the language you're studying in. But today I'm just gonna go with some instrumental music, and let's get started. I'm gonna get my pen and my apple. Ningen kankei, lesson 1. So human relationships, 家族と友達、性格, so family and friends and personality. Warming up. あなたは兄弟がいますか？兄弟の中で何番目に生まれましたか？ So, do you have siblings? And of your siblings, what like number sibling are you? Like how old you are? So, はい。弟がいます。私は1番目に生まれました。Fun fact, I am the oldest child of a younger brother. 2. 言葉, the vocab. So here it seems we have vocabs about like family member names like cousin, grandchild, etc. And then also friends, what you call your friends. 私は blank だ。そう、長男、長女、末っ子、一人っ子。So, for those of you who are learning Japanese that you don't know, on the Apple Dictionary, if you have a MacBook computer, the Japanese dictionary, you can enter a vocab word that you don't know. For example, let's say I was stuck on sueko, like I don't know how to pronounce that. So I enter that. And then there will be a little number in a square that pops up, and you click on that number. And that number basically tells you what the pronunciation pattern of the word is. And it's mostly right. So that's what I use as a general reference. So sueko is a 0 number pattern, which means it's from low to high. So sueko. Sometimes if you're lucky, you go to jisho.org. Jisho, which is dictionary in Japanese. They'll have the audio play as well. And I think it's important when you're learning vocab that you also learn the pronunciation. Obviously, if speaking correctly is something that you care about and that you're self-conscious about, which is I'm a little self-conscious about my speaking because I know that when pronunciation is funny, it's funny. So I think it's important to learn them at the same time, but it seems like they don't have pronunciation. So we go to our third source, Google Translate, which is not always the best. But I find that most of the time the pronunciation is pretty, with the lady or the man talking, it's pretty accurate. Let's see, hitoriko, hitori. Number 3 pronunciation pattern, hitoriko, with 4 more. So it's hitoriko. Isn't that fun and also complicated? Okay. Sokkuri na futa ko. So sokkuri expresses close resemblance. So like people look the same, and futago is twins. But go, as you can probably decipher, means kid or child. It's like a fun guessing game. Futago. Futago. That's what I'm going with. Futago. Sokkuri na futago. Shinseki ga atsumaru. Naka no ii fufu. A married couple that gets along well. I know what nakagai is, which means like to have a good relationship. So naka no ii, I guess a descriptive. So close friend is shinyu. I hear this in anime a lot. Watashi tachi wa shinyu janai. What's also interesting about this book is that it has both English and Chinese translations, and in the front there are Chinese instructions too. So this also kind of helps me practice and remember my Chinese more. Kekkon no aite o sagasu. So to find your marriage partner. I always have the hardest trouble pronouncing PA or BA sounds, like pa or ba, without sounding like I have a really strong Chinese accent while speaking Japanese. I don't know why that happens, but I'm trying to fix it by, I guess, recording myself more talking and seeing how I can fix it. So, pa, pa, pachi ni shiriai o yobu. You call someone you know to the party. So now what I want to do is tell you guys how I learn/memorize all these kanji. And it's really not that complicated. It's been something I've been doing my whole life. So if you want to memorize kanji, get any notebook or any piece of paper. This is actually not my Japanese notebook. This is the notebook that I write like random notes on. We're going to flip to a blank page. So what we're going to do is we're going to write out all the vocab. After you've written them down onto a list, just review them in your head. So, chonan, chojo, eldest son, eldest daughter. Try to review them without looking at the answers. So, sueko is youngest child. Hitoriko is only child. Itoko is cousin. Fufu is a married couple. And then shiriai is acquaintance. Oh my god. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna close this notebook. I'm gonna sit it aside. You're just not gonna think about it. And if you're studying, study more. If you're doing something else, go do something else. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the yatte miyo section, which is like do it yourself, see if you can do it. Kotoba kara futoji no go o erande but ni ire nasai. I'm gonna assume futoji is not fat words, but bolded words, which I guess are fat versions of words. So I learned something new just now. 私は一人っ子だったので兄弟が欲しかった。And what's great about this book is that there's an answer key in the back. 田中さんと山田さんは blank が悪くていつも喧嘩をしている. Blank is bad. They're always fighting. So that means their relationship is bad. 仲が悪くて 山口さんと森さんは小学校の頃から友達でとってもsomethingそうだ。So Yamaguchi-san and Mori-san have been friends since elementary school, so they're とっても very, like they're very close. 親しい Okay, so that was the first part of lesson 1. So now we're going to move on to the second part, which is 性格, which is personality vocab. So 性格が something. いい、悪い、明るい、暗い、子供っぽい、男っぽい、子供っぽい、おとなしい is meek, compliant, all the stereotypes. 積極的な positive. Humor. 結婚するなら blank がいい人がいいな Oh, I can just write 性格 So if I were to get married, it'd be nice if that person had a good personality. Next page. So this is the next page, basically just 10 more questions. So before we do that, we're going to take back our notebooks and we're going to go to the page with the vocab that we copied earlier. We're going to cover the answers that we wrote, and we're also going to cover the answers on the textbook, like so, leaving only the definitions. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use from only our memory and fill it out again. And since this is the first repeat, in total you're going to do at least four repeats of this. So you just did one, this is the second. And the first one's always the most shameful one because you don't remember a lot, but it's gonna help you. Okay, so I made 3.5 mistakes in total, and I just looked over them, and what I'm gonna do again is I'm gonna close this book. I'm gonna set it aside. Now we're just gonna continue with our study. There's some flaws outside. I guess I want to talk about what's going on in this stuff. A lot of my friends are going out and protesting, and for me, I've been a little stuck because as an international student, I can't get arrested as an international student on a visa because that would get me in a lot of trouble and potentially kicked out of the country. And I was really struggling with wanting to do something, but not knowing what to do because, I couldn't physically be there. And so what happened was my old boss, who I guess we're kind of friends now, her name's Judy. She was hosting a charity bake sale on her website. She's a food stylist and she bakes a lot of things. So I helped her out by, setting up her e-commerce site and designing some graphics for her Instagram and promoting the event and keeping up with inventory and stuff to raise money for a charity. And so that's so far how I've been helping out. I was concerned about spiking COVID cases, but I saw a New York Times article and it says even after 3 weeks of protests, there hasn't been a spike in New York. So, all's good. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. みんなが体の弱い人へ の思いやりをする B 持つようになってほしい。I'm gonna go する。My instinct tell me it's 持つ。I'm gonna go する。私も海に遊びに行く仲間に入れて B 出してほしかった。海に遊びに行く to go play at the beach. I have all the elements, I just don't know what the sentence means. I actually don't know, and I don't want to take an uneducated guess. So I'm just gonna skip it for now. キムさんは日本人のブランクができてから急に日本語が上手になった。キムさんは日本人の恋人ができてから急に日本語が上手になった。Because Kim was going out with a Japanese person, her Japanese became really good. 日本に来てからも国のブランクとは時々連絡を取っている。Since I came back from Japan, my friend, I still sometimes 連絡 with my friend. Like, I still sometimes 联絡 contact 日本に来てからも国の親友とは時々連絡を取っている。Last section! 大人っぽいオチとがいいな。Okay, I filled everything out. So now we're going to check the answers. But before that, we're going to take our little notebook again. And we're going to do it one more time. Okay, so this time I only got half wrong, and I forgot the top slant and the word mago. Other than that, I fixed all the mistakes I made the last one. And then, yeah, so as I said before, usually I do this 4 times. And what I would do is if I have a test the next day, I would do this 3 times and then go to bed and then wake up the next morning. And then the very first thing I would do is do this again. And then you'll be able to learn these and learn the pronunciations and learn their meanings in a relatively short amount of time. But of course, with all types of memorization techniques, because this is a memorization technique and there's really no other way to remember words, like how to write kanji. So you just have to keep using it in sentences or keep reading them in different things, and that's how they really stick in your brain. So like for me, for example, a lot of the Chinese that I learned back in high school, I like writing wise, I forgot how to write because I just haven't used them in so long. But the ones that I do use more often, I still remember. So let's go check our answers now. Okay, everything was basically good except for the 2 multiple choices that I think I understand now. So that's good. I'm gonna have to keep using these vocab words so I don't forget it and make another list for this kaku vocabulary to test myself on. But yeah, that was lesson 1. So I guess that's it for this video. I do plan on studying more grammar. To be honest, before this, I wasn't studying all that much because everything was a little overwhelming and I was helping with the bake sale and stuff too. So this was a good excuse to study. And I'm glad I did because this is fun. So to sum up how I learned kanji, what I think is the best, most effective way to learn kanji is 1, you have to repeat in intervals. It doesn't count if you just repeat everything over and over again within the same time span. You have to come back to it, sort of like, what's that technique called? Spaced repetition. So repeat and then constantly test yourself. And if you can, wait overnight to test yourself again to make sure that the information is actually in your head. And then after that, after you learn all of that, continue using and reading it to keep the vocab in your head. And I think there are two kinds of vocab essentially that are a little bit different from each other. One is the vocab that you need to expand your vocabulary to want to talk about what you want to talk about, so actual like vocab words. And the other vocab words are like all the extra stuff like synonyms and extra and essential stuff like synonyms and linking words like and, but, the, etc. So I think for those types of vocab, you just have to keep using them and keep reading them. There's no really way to memorize them without knowing how to use them in context. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, whether you studied with me or you learned something. I think that's it. I don't have a sign off, so